Spirituality. It's something that gets thrown around a lot these days. And when I talk about spirituality, I'm not necessarily talking about religiosity, right? You can be a highly spiritual person that believes in a higher power, whether you call that God or the universe or higher consciousness, whatever that looks like for you. You can be a highly spiritual person without being very religious. You can also, I believe, be a very religious person that doesn't have a high connectivity to spirituality. So it's fun. It's fun to talk about this, especially in the realm of business, because it's something that we kind of don't want to intermingle. Like, how do I bring spirituality into my business? I don't want to offend other people. I don't want to come off as someone who's like evangelical or really preachy about my beliefs. I want to make sure that I build strong relationships and take care of people and continue to grow without pushing my belief system. I think that's pretty normal. And as I think about one of my greatest mentors when it comes to business and life and spirituality, all wrapped into one, it's got to be Stephen Covey. Before he wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he wrote a book called Spiritual Roots of Human Relations. And my dad actually took a course from him with that same title when he was a student when he was in college. And he sat at the feet of Stephen Covey learning these powerful spiritual principles. And when he wrote that book, he didn't intend for it to become a business book. It turned into that when he wrote 7 Habits. But when you read Spiritual Roots of Human Relations, then you see how 7 Habits of Highly Effective People came to be what it is. Stephen Covey is an incredible example of someone who was a deeply spiritual man who led with those beliefs and did incredible things in the world of business. So how do we do that? How do we marry the two, our spiritual practices and our business practices? Well, I think the first thing is just to honor and recognize what it is that's so important to you. Most people don't have extreme clarity on what their spiritual beliefs are, and that's okay. But if you look at your spirituality as just that essence inside you that brings life, that brings literal vitality and love and passion, and it fills you up inside, then lean into that. Ask yourself, where does that come from? What does it mean to me to be alive, to be a spiritual person, to have that breath of life, that spirit inside me? And as you get clarity on that, you begin to live your life accordingly. And that you inside you, right? That power beyond just your flesh and bones is what brings you to life. And when you get clarity on that and you start to live in that way, then it's hard to actually separate it from what you do in your work on a day-to-day basis. And you can actually lead with that. You can lead from that servant-based heart that you have. You can lead with love. And you don't have to talk about it unless you want to, but you can just be in integrity. I love the word integrity. One of the places that the word integrity is used is in engineering. When a building, right, is in integrity, what has come into being, right, what has been built is in alignment with the blueprint, the plan, and you can trust it. It has high architectural engineering integrity. We know that it is going to hold the weight and perform as it was planned to perform. It's in integrity. And when you meet someone that doesn't have integrity, you know it. It's like palpable. You can taste it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can smell it, all the senses. Like your spidey sense, right, just goes crazy. You're like, man, there's something off. The audio and video do not match. But people that have high spiritual integrity, you just like them. They have a strong sense of who they are, and they're able to give of themselves. And when it comes to business, we usually do business with people that we know and we like and we trust. They are worthy of our trust. They're easy to be liked, right? They're very likable, and they have integrity. And you can live in that way as well. And some of the people that I have the greatest amount of respect for, they don't hide behind their religious beliefs, trying to separate it from their spirituality and their business practices. That's just who they are. And everybody knows it. And no one has a problem with it because those people respect others' models of the world as well. And they recognize that just because they see things differently and they connect with their higher power, right? They connect with God, a source, at a different level than I do, that's okay. And so I invite you to not shy away from any strong religious beliefs that you have, to just be you. And the more you that you are being, the easier it is to like you, to trust you, and to build rapport and relationship. So just lean into it. Let yourself live your beliefs and get clarity on what those are, and let them influence every decision that you make, every habit that you form on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to separate your spirituality from what you do in a day-to-day to bring home the bacon and take care of you and your family. You got to have them be in alignment. And that alignment brings trust. It brings a sense of integrity for you and for what it is that you offer. So if there's one thing I'd have you take away today, it's just be you, right? Get clarity on what that means. Be you, live your beliefs. Don't shy away from them. And as you do so, people will respect you more and more, and they'll want to do business with you. And if you are hiding something and you're not, wanting to offend people and you're always on the defense, then people don't get that. It comes off as insincere, and that lack of authenticity makes it hard for people to trust you. So lean into it. Be you. Let those spiritual roots that ground you to who you are bring forth what it is that you need above the surface, right? Let people see what it is that you're growing and what's most important to you. And you'll bear the fruits when you're connected at that rooted level. So these are simple questions that I answer every week, letting people know how they can grow themselves, how they can get deeply rooted in what matters most to them and live a life and build a business and just do the things that matter most. Every Tuesday, I invite you to subscribe so that you can plug in and get more information from the hundreds and hundreds of people that I've coached in the last 10 years, and let this be a guide for your life as well. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, for sharing this with someone that needs it today. And if you would like to spend time with me, drop me a message, let me know, or go to the link below, 30minutes.andrewlanderson.com. Again, that's 30minutes.andrewlanderson.com. You can find that in the description. Make it a great day.